This is where we make or break this campaign. Hey, how's it going? My name is Jackie Fish and welcome back to another Shogun 2 multiplayer head-to-head campaign battle. This time, I will remember to go ahead and stick some pictures up on screen right now so you can get a good idea of my situation. But basically, we are down to our last two provinces after fighting tooth and nail. Apollo has us on the ropes. Luckily, though, we are still managing to pump out some pretty okay units. I mean, again, a lot of militia in my armies, but I am also now putting in some really good Ashigari units and a few Katana cavalry units and samurai, which is going to be a great addition to my army. As well as that, my general, my daimyo, my faction leader, has also won a series of really important battles, making him a 5-star general. So not only does he, command the respect of his men, he also goes ahead and gives some huge bonuses to their morale. I believe my Ashigari units have something along the line of like 17 morale, which is really high. It's like the same as Katana Samurai. I think they have like 18 morale. So it's going to really help my forces and hopefully allow me to challenge Apollo in this battle. And as you can see, I've managed to catch his army a little bit with his pants down. He's sieging my vassal to the right hand side, and he is also sieging my capital, and this is kind of my last push. If I lose this army here, then it's kind of all over for me, and Apollo will claim victory. However, we can kill this army here. We can maybe take a breath and try and take back a castle or two and continue to push him back. So that is going to be the goal. Hopefully we are going to be able to do it. But Apollo obviously does have the high ground. He has the wooded area. He has a lot of positional advantages. I just kind of outnumber him a bit, which is where my advantage is going to come from. It's just my numbers. Hopefully that I can put that to good use and envelop his forces. So again, if we take a look at his army again, he has a bunch of bowmen, which are going to be on his front line. He has some of these Ashigari units back here. Actually, no, this is one of his weaker armies, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, from what I remember, actually, this is, I mean, it's not weaker. It's still, like, full armies of Katana Ashigari with 2 chevrons, which makes a large difference. But this doesn't have any of his like Shimazu Katana Samurai or anything like that. Or I don't think he has many guns either, which is really useful for me. Also, guys, just quickly before I'll skip ahead to get this battle started in a second, I just want to say apologies that I haven't had any this has just basically been Shogun on the channel recently. I don't have any more replays left to go ahead and do and go through on the stockpile. So if you guys have any replays, whether it's on Rome 2, Third Age Total War, I guess, Rome 2 modded, I'll take any DEI replays you have. Obviously online battles, no AI battles, Warhammer 2 online battles, Attila modded battles, send them in to me. My Discord is down below in the description. Just go ahead and join that, and then all you have to do is just drag the replay over into the battle replay section and, give me a little description of what happened, tell me what mods you used, and you might see it on the channel. I'm in desperate need of replays from, all manner of Total War, as long as it's a good battle and you guys think it'll be good, especially around about the 30 to 45 minute mark would be perfect for a battle. So yeah, let's jump ahead until the armies are ready to clash, and then we'll get this one started. And this, as I said, is an extremely important battle. I win, there's a small chance of a comeback. If I lose, it is all over. Okay guys, so I'm now approaching his formation. Also, I want to say, I actually just took a look at my army. It's actually not as good as I thought it was. I don't actually have any of the Katana Samurai in my army or any of the Katana Cavalry in my army. It's the next battle I fight with them guys make an appearance. So, even though my army is pretty decent, it's not as good as I thought it was. But I mean, luckily my general is making a really good showing in this battle. And here you go, I've gone ahead and positioned my tempo retainers. So again, these guns are really good. Not only are they really good at killing, they're amazing at absorbing ammunition. Because they're in heavy samurai armor, they basically don't take as much damage, which is really good for me. Then behind them, I also have my Yumi retainers as well, my bowmen. So I can really just devastate any archers and use the range. Guns have 140 range, where I believe these archer Ashigari units only have 130 maybe. So they really outrange them, allowing me to force Apollo to come to me. And that's kind of my goal in this battle, is to seize the range advantage. Because I am an archer faction, right, I want to use that advantage as much as I can. So my idea in these battles is to, just have the missile advantage and force Apollo to abandon his position or suffer dying to missiles You know, that's kind of my plan. I haven't really been able to do it because, you know, until now, Apollo's like normally have the range advantage because he's just had more men, more armies, and it's been very hard for me to seize that. But at this point, I have a very strong missile line of these Bow Ashigaru units, and I believe some of them actually have some decent experience on them as well. So I'm really starting to use my faction traits to my advantage. I also then have these Chosokabu Samurai as well back here, which are like a bow hybrid. We've seen these guys plenty of times before. They're really, really decent as well. So I'm simply just refilling up my formation. I realized that I wanted to make myself a little bit wider so I can match Apollo. Also so that my bowmen maybe don't take as much damage. And I have this kind of right-hand side of like elite units. I really want to use this as like a pivot. So I engage in the center. And when I pivot around with these Katana Ashigaru and just impact. Because, you know, again, these guys aren't like the best unit in the world. You know, they're still Ashigaru. It's not like they're samurai. But they're like the best shock unit I have. So I'm going to be sending these guys in with full force. But yeah, for now, I'm just simply trying to like push Apollo off. You can see I've managed to like curve in his flank a little bit as well, which has been really nice as he's tried to avoid my flank as much as possible. Also, something to really note, which is very important. We'll triple speed it through this until I fully engage. Actually, I think I'm actually engaging now. Am I? Yeah, well, something really good to note is that... Oh, no, I engage. Yeah, I can engage some more dudes over here. Another volley of arrows, and I assume the muskets will be firing as well very, very soon. Or the matchlocks. He is starting to whittle down my guns, but again, they just absorb so much damage, and they output so much damage that it's just so much... Like, it's just really worth having them out here. They do so much good DPS. They really, really do. But yeah, something to note is that trees act as like a bulletproof guard for your men. If you can have your soldiers in trees, it's such like they just do not take damage if they're highly armored. It's a very, very good way of like keeping your enemy at bay and protecting your valuable units. So as you can see, I'm getting closer and closer. A lot of my missiles are now in range. I'm not fully in range with everyone, but now I'm just going to be kicking off this missile fight, looking to, you know, take out as many of his missiles as possible, because when he starts running out of missiles, it's going to force him to come forward at me and try and be a lot more aggressive. And obviously, my bowmen are very, very strong. You know, they have higher accuracy. The general is giving them good bonuses as well. And these are only militia bowmen as well. So even though these guys do have numbers, my Ashigaru units should still be doing a great job. And you can see I'm just, you know, volleying down the entire battle line right now. Haven't quite engaged this part yet, but, you know, it's buying my guns time to continue on. And you can see the damage as well. Just literally, these two units alone have basically taken on 2 units of Bow Ashigaru units. And they've come out on top very nicely. I'm also just simply harassing his front line with my militia as well, using these guys as cannon fodder. You can see this unit's taking a bit of, you know, ammunition shooting from his bowmen, who are up on that lovely position right there. I mean, that does look awesome. I mean, just look at that, like up on the hill. You can see like the battle down there as well. Very, very cool stuff as they notch their eyes once again. But yeah, I'm basically just trying to, you know, harass his battle line as much as possible so that I can, you know, just take advantage of that. Try and force his bowman back. Yeah, I'm going to lose some militia units, but that's fine with me. And again, I actually do manage to engage some of his bowmen here again. And once, you know, these bowmen are engaged, it's actually really good for me because it means they're not shooting. It means their units are sitting ducks to my arrows, which are now coming in. And yeah, I'm basically sacrificing this unit of militia, but it's kind of worth it, you know. I'm really doing a great job at taking out these missiles. And you can look at the dead as well on these militia units, just how many of these guys are down. And now my bowmen and my guns are continuing to shooting, and I've got fire arrows coming in as well. Yeah, I'm going to break this unit, but I'm not really worried. And interesting enough, fire arrows in this game, in Shogun 2, they're like a usable, consumable resource, which is really interesting. And again, you know, I'm getting these 180 Yari Shigari to stop shooting at my missiles so that my missiles can continue to shoot and focus down other units. So this is like a really nice strategy I like to do. And it's a great way of like just kind of getting naval or missile dominance. I mean, as you can see, like I've really demolished his bowmen. And my bowmen, you know, I've lost a few units here and there, but the majority of my bowmen are looking very good. And this is going to basically prompt Apollo to have to charge forward now with some infantry, with some men. He tries to like feint an assault there, but then I, you know, go ahead and match him and then just bring my dudes back. Because again, the longer we stay in this missile fight, the better it is for me. You know, my missiles are working, you know, overtime now. I'm even starting to hit some of his infantry. And yeah, I'm really putting the pressure on. And you know, this mainly came from just getting that reinforcement army. The extra, 1,500 men I could bring up from my reinforcements is going to be absolutely crucial. And it's allowing me to dictate this battle and force Apollo to have to rush me. And there we go. You can see that his infantry are now having to push forward. But he is very depleted at this point. My missiles have done their job. And now what we're going to do is we're just simply going to form these spear walls and engage his men, because the spear walls offer my Yarishigari great protection. Now my missiles are all protected as well. I need to get a little bit better at choosing like where to shoot now, because I'm going to probably be shooting my men in the back. And I probably shouldn't have done that. I'm also now pushing up my Chosokabe Samurai as well, because these guys are the hybrid units and they can also now shoot as well. So I'm going to be using them as best as I can. Apollo tries to get a good charge off onto my retainers. He does manage to get that charge off, but I also managed to get my Yari retainers in here as well. And then throw in my Katana retainers, who are half strength, just remember that. So it's kind of a little bit scary that, I'm fighting half-strength units. However, with the support of my retainers, hopefully I can take them down. He did also manage to almost kill my retainer gunners as well. The front line, though, is looking very, very good for me. It's just straight off the bat. If we go down the battle line, we can see that, I am starting to push him back. The missile kind of wear and tear of his forces is really good. And we are immediately about to go and stand and fight as well, just to buff up our infantry. Yeah, we're going into stand and fight right now. It's just such a useful ability. It makes our infantry, like, almost unkillable. I'm not sure if there's a way to see the stats in this. No, that's chat. We don't want to pop that up. Is there a way to, like, see unit stats? Oh, I didn't know that was J. That's cool. It's like P or something. No, that's pause. I kind of feel like there was a button and we discovered it, but I can't seem to find it anymore. So, but yeah, anyway, stand and fight is giving my units just such a big bonus. And yeah, I'm struggling, like, losing men against his katanas, but my morale is just so much higher that I'm having a great advantage there. And now I'm just needing to crush in here and try and take out as many men as possible. I also need to make sure that I chase this army down as well, because I need to make sure it's all killed. And here we go, Apollo's generals over here. He's going to be looking to rear charge into my Yari Samurai. It was actually a great opportunity to go into my guns and maybe try and kill them. But throwing in this general is going to be very, very risky. Also, this isn't a very, very important thing going on in this campaign right now. Is Apollo is losing his generals left, right, and center. And because of that, I'm getting my... Like, I only really have one... I mean, I do at this point literally only have one leader to move my armies around. But at this point, he's pretty decent. He gives some really good bonuses to my armies. And the fact that, I'm keeping him alive whilst being able to kill Apollo's generals so that he doesn't get the bonuses, he doesn't get the increased abilities and stuff, is really coming up big and coming in clutch for my faction. So yeah, there we go. We managed to win this battle. We push him back, and if you want to go see the stream, I'll leave a link down below in the description. As you can tell, things do turn around for us. There's a few things, like crazy things that happen, and if you're interested in like this campaign, you maybe thought it was over, I highly, highly recommend you go back and check it out, because my god, how crazy was it? Oh, so we do actually only outnumber him by about 1,300, not 1,500, but still, them numbers just came in so big. The fact that our faction leader is as good as he is helps the men out so much. The bow fire is huge as well for our forces. We're having all of their missiles. It's just so big. If you take a look at kills as well, yeah, you can just see it's just going to be my missiles. One unit of Yashigari with 138, but everything else is just bowmen. Killing his missiles is really important, and then dictating the battle speed that way. So yeah, the campaign is definitely very interesting now that I've kind of managed to regain my my composure on my island. I won't spoil it for anyone, but yeah, things get pretty crazy. So yeah, definitely make sure to tune in, and this campaign I feel like is only getting started. There are plenty more battles left to come. So yes, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. As I said, if you have any good replays on Rome 2, Third Age, Attila modded, I probably won't accept any normal Attila battles. Any good siege battles, Warhammer 2 I'm looking for as well. I know Heresy. So yeah, throw them in over onto my Discord. The link is down below in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next one.